at you with a fucking jump scare there. Didn't expect that, huh? We've all seen it. Do you remember that one clip that went viral, like, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, of a student playing on the school laptop? A fucking game, which is supposed to be a Five Nights at Freddy's parody. It's apparently something called Five Nights at Epstein's, where you play as a, I don't know, some fucking helpless victim in the island trying to maybe hide from the Epstein and the associates. Yeah, pretty wild game. So here's a quick update. Apparently, schools are now working to block this game that is spreading quickly among students in US schools. And you know it, the game is a dark parody of Five Nights at Freddy's. Players try to survive 5 nights on Jeffrey Epstein's island while avoiding attacks from Epstein and other figures. If you haven't noticed it yet, clearly this game is a parody. Well, it's supposed to be one. You're probably stupid if you don't realize that. Anyway, let's go over the news article here. So according to this article over here, outrage is spreading across a Utah school district after parents discovered that students had been accessing the controversial Five Nights at Epstein's game on school-issued laptops. The disturbing browser-based horror title, which has gone viral in early 2026, has ignited serious concerns about online safety in classrooms and how easy children can reach explicit and sensitive content during school hours. Yeah, as you can see in this fucking article here, whoever wrote this article is talking about the fucking game here like it's the boogeyman. It's like the fucking monster he checks under his bed every night before he goes to sleep or something. It's pretty wacky the way they worded that shit. The disturbing browser-based horror game, and it's just fucking the picture of Epstein here looking like a fucking mangled corpse, just being moved like a fucking paper puppet. I don't know, it's one of those fucking projects you do as a kid. Pretty wacky. Of course, at its core, the game is an unofficial and highly controversial parody of the well-known Five Nights at Freddy's series with a far more disturbing premise that references real-world criminal allegations. Its sudden popularity has placed schools, parents, and platforms under pressure to respond. The setting to a fictionalized version of Jeffrey Epstein's private island, Little St. James. You know, the fucking article here, I can't read it without grinning across my fucking cheek. It's so funny. They describe it as this really spooky game. Like, you know, even the description makes it sound like a really deep fan game for some reason. I don't know. It just doesn't sit right. It's just, they make it seem so deep. So apparently, the game has been available through web-based mirrors or alternative links, even though the original hosting platform was already removed. It's like a hydra. If you cut one head, two grow in its place. You can never get rid of the fucking Five Nights at Epstein's fan game. The situation has led to broader discussions about whether schools are doing enough to monitor and restrict access to harmful or inappropriate material. Did you hear that? Students out there, better be careful. The school administration is out for blood here. It's like a 1984. So, of course, the reactions from parents have been swift and emotional. Many are calling for stricter internet controls. Always been like that anyway. Even the removal of student access to certain devices altogether. One parent even expressed distress after discovering their child had been exposed to the game and its content, stating concern over what children are being exposed to without supervision. Oh, if only you know. I think it's too late to be concerned now. I think it's safe to say that you are not doing your job really well if this is the first thing that you've mentioned, what children are being exposed to without supervision. It's always been there. Since the dawn of time, it's always been there. You know what's even crazier is, you know, TikTok right now with the wild and wacky content you can see in it. The early 2000s is far worse. It's like the wild wasteland of the internet. I wouldn't really call it the golden era. It's far from that. Fucking shock sites or gore and everything. The internet back then is far worse than it is today. But yeah, it is true. They're in the right path, but it's too late by now. Your kids have seen far worse shit. You're only realizing it now that the shit they see when they're being exposed to without supervision is crazy. In response, though, several school districts across the United States, including Utah and North Carolina, have reportedly moved to block access to the game on their networks. Social media platforms such as TikTok have also taken steps to limit the spread of related content, attempting to curb its visibility among younger audiences. I don't really know about this one. I haven't really done my research on it, but is TikTok really doing that? I don't know. The viewership would probably fucking be cut in half if you remove all the Epstein jokes out there. There are a lot. They're probably just not aware of it. You know, I'd go as far as to say TikTok wouldn't do that. They wouldn't just outright ban that shit. Despite these efforts, clips and discussions about the game continue to circulate widely, especially on the video sharing platforms, where gameplay footage and reactions can quickly go viral. Yup, that's exactly what it is. These kinds of games, it's the kind of thing where if you try to ban it, in turn it actually becomes more popular. I think that's a phenomenon actually. Oh yes, it is indeed a phenomenon. It's the Streisand effect. Yeah, good luck, US government. You are definitely not banning this Five Nights at Epstein's game. Hell, I bet more fan games would fucking circulate now. And even web-based, so it's going to be a fucking nightmare out there in schools. So with that, let's go over to what the community reaction is to this post. Of course, the top reply here to the article is, "Good to see kids today haven't lost the dark humor that has been around since the previous generation, and the schools never learn, do they? Banning this will only make it popular." As I've said earlier, Streisand effect. It is true. It's 100% true. There has been a lot of games, just memes in general, back in the days, that's pretty comparable to this shit we're seeing with Epstein Island now. I'd go as far as to mention Pedobear would be similar to something like this. And hell, even the Michael Jackson jokes when his allegations came to light. But that's a different topic. You get where I'm coming from. So someone here says that banning it makes it much more popular. Lamau, the US government, of course. And someone here actually makes a good point. Instead of going after the motherfuckers doing evil shit to kids every goddamn day, these pig fucks go after kids for mocking the motherfuckers who don't go after the motherfuckers doing evil shit to kids. Holy shit, that is a lot of swear words. You can feel the rage from this guy. He's like that one Hook meme. And then someone here says, "Me when the schools finally blocked this game." And it's just a guy hiding from his buddy here getting jumped. Fucking Jujutsu Kaisen again. Peak. And lastly, someone here makes a comparison. A story as old as gaming. Majority of the replies from the community, of course, they all feel like this has happened before. I mean, come on. As old as the internet is, there's always going to be situations like this. You try to ban something and it actually boosts the popularity, so good luck handling that. And they do make a good point. At the end of the day, it's also dark humor. But that doesn't excuse the depravity of the situation overall. The main point here that people are making is the fact that they are putting resources, everything they fucking can, to bury this shit under 6 feet deep. They really just ignore the Epstein files. You know, they still haven't released the full files, and they are doing nothing. There's been no major arrests regarding Epstein files, and yet, you know what they do? They fucking try and ban the game. I would go as far as to say that the Five Nights at Epstein fan game here is actually helping boost the awareness towards students. In a way, you could argue that. I know a lot of people are saying that it's trivializing the situation. Even the article I mentioned earlier says that. But still, you know how the internet goes, especially TikTok. They really love to make light of everything, but they don't do it to push agenda. It's not that deep. If you think so, you're too terminally online. You should go out and touch some grass. So yeah, I wouldn't really say that this is actually going to go somewhere. It's more like probably going to make the situation worse. But release the full Epstein files. They should go focus on that instead of fucking doing this bullshit. That's just all I wanted to talk about today. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, that's pretty much all of it. Have a great day, everyone.